Hi, John here. In this video I will talk about why I am using ZIPIFY for all my upsells and why basically ZIPIFY is really like the easiest way how to create like tons of upsells for your products and really like increase your AOV. Okay, why ZIPIFY is awesome? Well, first, I don't use any upsells that are like before somebody finished the checkout, right? So for me personally and for all my stores, I use only upsells literally like after checkout and on thank you page. So let me just show you my dashboard. But first, if you are an established e-commerce brand and you'd like to increase your sales, then definitely click on the link below and schedule a free 15-minute demo call with me. I'm the founder of Adferation. Adferation is Facebook advertising agency that focuses only on e-commerce. And before we actually became an advertising agency, we were 8-figure e-commerce owners, and still till this day we run our own 8-figure e-commerce stores and spend tens of thousands of dollars of our own money on Facebook every day. So if you want to be scaled by somebody who also have their own skin in the game, then definitely click on the link below and schedule a free 15-minute demo call with me. First, this is ZIPIFY, right? And basically for this store, we made with ZIPIFY almost like a $300,000 since we started using it. And this is one example of one of my products upsells, right? So basically for each product, I create a campaign, right, inside of ZIPIFY. And basically then you have like different levels of where you can stick your upsells. So you can see here that I don't do any pre-checkout upsells, right? I don't do anything with cards or some pre-purchase upsells or whatever, right? Because for me, it's really important to kind of protect that conversion process, checkout experience. Basically, I don't want to really mess with people, you know, once they are making the decision, which is most of the time impulse buy, and kind of put in their minds some bad thoughts, right, or bad ideas. So if somebody really come through an ad of specific product to my specific product page, then I don't really want to mess with them and show them different products, right? Because that kind of doesn't make any sense, right? You will pay for ads, you know, to somebody, show a specific ad of specific product, and then you will try to upsell them a million of other products, you know. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, at least pre-purchase, at least for me, right? That's why I don't have any pre-purchase upsells, because I don't really want to mess with them, right? I just want to keep their head clean, right? And just show them only things that I want them to read, you know, show them some nice stories on product page from whatever, but everything about the one product. Because for me, main goal is to sell that one specific product. I don't want to mess with them. But once they purchase, then it starts to be interesting for me. I will just a little bit blur here, you know, those product names and product images, right? Because I'm still running those products. And you can see, for example, here, right, that usually I have a post-purchase upsells, right? And this is one of those examples, you know, how I basically took a product and I divided that product to multiple different parts, right, that are not essential, right? As for example, they can use the main product, you know, but I can shave the main product of those non-essential parts, and then I'm upselling them those non-essential parts. You can actually watch it in that video that I did here. And basically, here's the first non-essential part that they kind of need it, right? And you can see that already made around $150,000, right? And almost 55% of people kind of buy it, right? And that's what I want to achieve, right? Usually, you need to be careful about creating those upsells and pairing them with your product, right? Because if you will take upsell that has nothing to do with your product, or is really not helping that product to function better, then you will have usually a low conversion rate, right? So let's say that you are selling some a pet product and you will try to upsell people with some car product, and it's possible that these two things are not going together. I mean, if it's not a car carrier for a cat, right, and you sell them a cat product. But most of the time it will not go together, so that conversion actually percentage could be 10, right? And that's bad. So every time when I have these kind of upsells, those first main upsells are usually really complementing that main product they purchase. That's why it's so high, because it makes sense for them together to buy it. So that's why most people buy. Look, you can basically pick two ways, right? So you can, for example, have that first main upsell, and then you can have that post-purchase downsell offer, right? So if somebody will not buy that first like a upsell offer, it will automatically show them that second one, right? But for example, for this product, I kind of like divided it in parts that I want to upsell them all these parts, right? So I understand that, okay, so I will anyway show them that first upsell, and then doesn't matter if they will cancel it or buy it, I will still show them that same second upsell. And you can see here, right? So everybody basically who purchased that first upsell also purchased that second upsell. That's why basically it's almost like same percentage here, right? Because again, I divided that product to multiple pieces and they need all of them, but that product can still function perfectly without them. So it's not essential, but still, because I divided it and upsell them these parts, they want to buy them to have that perfect, experience with this product. So they will still buy it. That's why so many of them buy it, right? And it's actually interesting that people who basically these two are exactly same product, right? So it's interesting that somebody who purchased the first one, that A, also purchased that B, right? So that's why it's 55 and 55. But it's interesting that everybody who canceled that first upsell and I downsell a little bit the product, basically 20% of them purchased that downsell, right? So it's like interesting. And I have another one, and that's actually, this one almost worked with every product. I actually recorded a video about it, replacement warranty upsell. And basically this works differently. It depends on what kind of levels in that upsell funnel I will put it, right? If I, for example, have a product that I don't know what kind of upsell I should use, that first what I do, I will always use that immediate product replacement warranty upsell, because that's like the first thing they will buy, right? So I don't even need to think about upsell because this works with everything. And it's only like $490 basically, right? So almost like a 13% buy it, but this time I actually add it on thank you page. But for example, if I will use it and put it on that first level, if I don't have main upsell for a product, that conversion rate could be 50%, right? Because that first one is usually the one that makes most money. And all this is really super easy to create. I mean, this will not take you almost any time. And if you already have some products that you created product pages for them on your store and you think they will be good pair with your main product, and you can just take that copy and put it in that upsell, right? And add there a couple images. And it's that simple, right? Or for example, sometimes what I do, and that's also super interesting upsell, and I use it as first one, is that I basically give them option to double their order, right? As a main upsell. And also tons of people buy it because that's, again, it's perfect pair, right? Because you are basically, they want that product and then you will offer them, okay, I will double it and give you, for example, 40% off, right? So it's for you, it's still profitable. I mean, you need to count it, right? Of course, but it's a free money basically for you. So that's also a good idea, right? And then, for example, you can upsell them again with that immediate price replacement warranty, right? And you need to also understand that more people spend on your store, and spend on their order, more they want to protect it. So that's why the more they spend, the easier will be for you to sell them that product replacement warranty, right? Which is it's all working very nicely together, right? So like I said, you definitely should play with ZIPIFY or just use any other upsell program, right? I just use ZIPIFY because I just think it's the best of them. Like I said, definitely play with that ZIPIFY and think what kind of products you could pair with the main one, right? Because really this will cost you nothing and it will increase dramatically your AOV, right? Especially if, for example, fulfillment costs increased in last months, right? Because Chinese were making everything more expensive. But basically, if you will use those upsells, you will increase the AOV and everything will be much easier, right? And your break-even point will get lower, right? So that's why you should definitely always have those upsells, because I mean, there is no downside for having, for example, ZIPIFY and using it for upsells, right? Because you are already paying for the traffic, it's already converting, and basically you are showing them upsells in after checkout. So you are not putting that main sale in harm, and basically you are just making additional income that would never basically happen, without those upsells. And it's the same thing with the text message retargeting, right? The video that I made in last week, right? You can watch here. All these things, most people really ignore, but they are basically that passive income for a store, I mean, you just set them up once and that's it, you know, they're just like running, you know. So like I said, definitely create those upsells, you know, and you will see that your AOV will increase and you will be just getting like free money basically. So thank you very much for watching this video. And if you are still running in Facebook circle of hell, you know, you are getting banned, you know, from left and right, definitely download my book. It's free. It's Facebook Advanced Survival Guide, and I wrote it to get you out of that Facebook circle of hell, you know, so you can start running your ads again and you don't need to constantly look behind your shoulder. There's like some Facebook with like a hammer, right? So definitely download it. And like I said, if you are running e-commerce stores and you would like to increase your sales, definitely click on the link below and schedule a free 15-minute demo call with my Facebook advertising agency that is focused only on e-commerce ad creation. And in a 15-minute call, we can definitely discuss your, for example, challenges, what you tested, what worked for you, what didn't, you know, where you want to go, because Q4 starts now, right? You need to already like aggressively advertise because it's so easier to run basically in Q4 because everybody buys everything, you know, just like slap a discount on it. So definitely schedule that free 15-minute demo call, and I will be looking forward to speaking with you in our next video. Bye for now.